Little update on the International Scout Canopy here. The exterior has been bodyworked and primed, as well as the inner edges have been replaced. So there's a new mounting rail on the bottom of both sides, and the exterior has been bodyworked, lightly primed. We'll be moving to final fitment on the canopy just to confirm. So we got all the bolt holes and seal on here, as well as the seal on the front and the bolt holes. And we will mount it up and see how it goes. As well on the passenger side, the seal is taped in place, and we'll take a look. Okay, just taking some final bits, pictures and some content of the 79 Scout restoration. It is mostly complete here. I'm just taking a look at the bench here, some minor bits. So the steering wheel here has a pretty nasty crack right up on the very top, where you would kind of be feeling and looking when you're holding the steering wheel upright. So that will be getting repaired in the next week or so. Some minor door hinge kind of shims have to go in just to release any wobble. On the bench here, I have some compounds for going over the paint job, as well as wiping down the interior. Some coolant top up, as I did that the other day. Some interior black paint. I got the bolt hardware here for the hardtop, and the hardware here for the interior panels that are going to go on the hardtop as well. The horn, when the steering wheel goes back on, it'll get the horn button, goes on the face. After a little bit of test driving and the retorque of the rims, I will be putting on the hubcaps for the hubs, and the front hubcap has the center pushed out because we got front locking hubs. Last thing here is the tack box. The tack is installed, but I'm just waiting on minor wires to run the tack off the ignition. The interior is mostly complete. Door hinges, windows, mechanisms. The dash had a repair in the corner here. There was a big chunk taken out of this dash pad, so the gentleman did a good job repairing that. Taking a look at the seats, we have the heated switches coming in for the seat wiring. I was thinking whether we put the heat switch coming up through the top here or even the sides. So this is just steel, so it'll be pretty easy to put a little hole here, heated seat switch, and then the wires will go into this column here. And the other wires, all they have to do is go out the back here, or this side, and then they'll join in to the other wires that I have back here that I just have to finish looming up. The upholsterer also made us a fabric shifter boot, as all the rubber shifter boots that were purchased didn't go over nicely for the 4x4 shifter. And that's pretty much it. You know, there's not too many other places for the heated seat switches. I wouldn't want to drill any holes in the dash. And then as well as you would have to pick a spot for the passenger one as well. So I figure on either side, a switch on the center console would be good. A little bit hidden and a little bit close to the seat. Taking a look at the back here, the stripe is on, the paint protection is on. The rear spare tire is bolted in. The spare tire had to kind of get mounted with a little plate to hold the tire in place, and then the locking nut. Over on the passenger side, door panel, door locks, mechanisms are all in and working. The glove box, as before, is installed. I might be putting some decals on the inside here and here. One being a couple of the parts that are on this vehicle, as well. We'll be putting the paint code and mixing ratio on here, so we know how to mix this custom green if there's ever needing to be a mix for some repairs. Fitting the top on, the seal goes on here nicely. I will be probably gluing the seal onto the canopy so it fits on nicely. And we'll be putting a plug on this hole here. The Scout emblems are installed. The stripe as mentioned. And then the IH emblem on the fender. Hood, windshield wipers, top seal, grill, headlights, signal lights, everything else is all mounted as well. Mirrors, I did sit in and adjust them lightly as I was sitting in there. There's no rear view mirror, so we would have to look if we want to get stuck on one to go on the windshield here. And then we'll do a rear view mirror on the windshield. Sun visors, the current ones are on order, as the sun visors we had were short sun visors and did not align with all the factory holes and whatnot. So there are some sun visors coming, as I wasn't happy with the universal sun visors that were in the Scout. There was some extra holes drilled specifically to mount them, and I'm not looking to drill more holes in this windshield frame. Anyways, that's it on the Scout International for the month, and we'll check back in a few more weeks.